There was a woman named Ariana who lived in a town with her 12-year-old daughter, Mealy. When Mealy was only 2 years old, her husband passed away. Life became harder. She started cooking meals and delivering them to offices nearby. She sold them at a very low price. People loved her cooking because it felt like home and was budget-friendly. She made sure Mealy had everything she needed and spent time with her after school. In their neighborhood, Mr. James and his wife Laura lived. They had 3 kids, Sia, Mickey, and Archie. Sia and Mealy were best friends. Mickey and Archie treated Mealy like their sister. Mr. James and Laura loved her as their own child. Ariana was happy to see Mealy surrounded by such good friends and caring people. Mealy had a puppy, and she loved her very much. In class, the 3rd period had just started. Mealy and Sia quickly took out their coloring books and crayons, waiting for their teacher.
I really love coloring,
Mealy said with a smile, looking at her book. Sia smiled back.
but you are good at other subjects too.
Mealy grinned.
Yes. But this is my favorite time in class.
Just then, their teacher walked in. After the usual greetings, she gave the class a coloring project, and Mealy started to color. After Mealy left for school, Ariana went to the kitchen. She made egg gravy, chicken vegetable rice, and custard. Once everything cooled, she packed the food into tiffin boxes. She placed the boxes in her basket and set out to deliver them.
Lunch for you,
She smiled, knocking on the office doors to make the deliveries. In the evening, Ariana was in the kitchen. Mealy was doing homework, and Moni was playing. Sia ran in.
Mealy. Come. Mom made burgers and fries.
Mealy went in kitchen and said,
Mom, I'm going with Sia.
Ariana replied,
Okay, sweetheart.
They rushed to Sia's house. Laura smiled.
Good evening, my princess.
Mealy asked,
Aunt, are the burgers ready? Almost done,
Laura said. Mr. James, Mickey, and Archie walked in and took their seats. As they ate, Mr. James asked,
Mealy, how are your studies going?
Mealy took a bite.
All good, Uncle.
Mealy dipped a fry in ketchup.
Aunt Laura, you are the best cook.
Laura laughed.
Thanks, sweetie.
Everyone ate happily. One day, Mealy said,
Mom, I need new colored pencils, a drawing book, and some other stuff.
Mealy said. Ariana smiled.
Okay, let's go.
Mealy patted Moni.
Come, Moni.
Ariana kept the money in her purse and locked the door. And they reached the shop. At the shop, Mealy picked her items. Ariana paid and bought ice creams from the ice cream shop. Mealy fed Moni the ice cream, holding the cone for him. Moni eagerly licked it, spinning in circles. Mealy laughed at his silly antics. One day in class, while Mealy was copying from the board, she couldn't see it clearly. After school, she told her mom,
Mom, I couldn't see the board well today.
Ariana felt worried. That evening, she took Mealy to the eye specialist. The doctor checked her eyes and said she needed glasses. Mealy was very sad. Ariana hugged her and said,
Don't worry, sweetie. They will help you see better.
Mealy started wearing her glasses. And Ariana made sure to give her not just milk, but also fresh fruits and almonds every day. Aunt Laura and Sia came and saw she was worried. Aunt Laura smiled and said,
Don't worry, dear. Your eyesight will improve soon.
Sia nodded.
Of course.
Mealy smiled and nodded. Mealy's eyesight became weaker. Ariana was deeply worried. One day, the doctor said,
I'm sorry.
Tears filled Mealy's eyes, and Ariana's heart sank. Laura, Mickey, Sia, and Archie were at Mealy's home. And even Moni seemed sad. But then Moni started his funny antics, jumping in circles and wagging his tail. Mickey and Archie also began to act funny, pretending to dance and make silly faces. Sia wiped her tears, and Mealy smiled again. Mealy's eyesight got worse each day. She couldn't go to school anymore. She needed help to walk even at home. Ariana was very sad. Laura said,
Be brave. Mealy needs you strong.
She also suggested,
Teach her basket making, so she could be independent.
Ariana taught Mealy, and soon, Mealy started earning. Ariana's health grew worse each day. She looked at Laura and said,
"Please, take care of Mealy."
Laura, her eyes filled with tears, promised.
"I will, Ariana."
Soon, Ariana passed away. Mealy was heartbroken, but Laura hugged her tightly. Mr. James patted her head. Sia, Mickey, and Archie gathered around. Laura and Sia stayed with Mealy for 2 days. Laura suggested,
"You should live with us at night."
but Mealy refused. Mr. James built a door in the lawn wall. And at night, Sia, Mickey, and Archie stayed with Mealy. Sia often told stories to Mealy. One night, Sia said,
"Mealy, I need to study late at night."
Mickey smiled and said,
"Thank God. I passed my O-levels. I can sleep now."
He grabbed Archie's hand.
"Let's go, Archie."
They both went to the next room. Mealy smiled and said,
"Okay. Sia, study well."
One day, Mealy finished her basket orders.
"Mickey, please come with me,"
she said. Mickey held her hand, and together with Moni, they went to the shop with baskets. The shopkeeper smiled and said,
These are beautiful baskets. Thank you, Mealy. Will you make 50 more baskets?
Mealy said,
"Of course, Mr. Thompson."
Mealy handed over the baskets and received the money with a smile. Then she bought some material from another shop and returned home. Sia said one night,
"We are going to drink date milk. Hurry up, Mealy."
Mickey and Archie were excited. Sia held Mealy's hand. They reached the shop with Moni and sat down. Mickey ordered 4 glasses and 2 parcels. Soon, the waiter served them.
"This is delicious,"
Mickey said, smiling while taking a sip. Moni didn't like it, but Archie tried to feed him. After paying the bill and taking the parcels, they happily returned home. One evening, while Sia was studying for her exams, Mealy took her basket and, with Moni, went to the park to work, and sat down and started work. An old lady sat on that bench. She noticed that Mealy couldn't see. She asked,
"Where is your mother?"
Tears filled Mealy's eyes as she replied,
My parents are gone, but my neighbors care for me.
The old lady was a widow and had no children. She was very rich. She said,
I want to talk to your aunt.
The old lady came with Mealy and spoke to Laura and James.
I have no children.
My child.
Mealy was surprised. Laura replied. Sia and Mickey were sad. But they knew Mealy would have a better life. Mealy said,
Okay. Aunt. But please take care of my home.
Uncle James patted her head and said,
Sure. My child.
Mealy felt sad as she said goodbye to her old home. Sia, Mickey, and Archie hugged her tightly. Mealy knew the old lady would take care of her, and she was hopeful about the future. Moral: sometimes change leads to a better future. Even if it's hard at first.